she got the House Republican leader, the man who disliked me the most, Tom DeLay. She goes to see him and she says, Congressman, I know we don't agree on very much. He said, Hillary, do we all agree on anything? She said, yes, we do. He said, what? She said, you love your children. He said, what's that got to do with it? She looked at him the way I've seen her look at it a million times. She said, Congressman, I know your children are adopted, and I honor you for adopting them. And you have to care about other children in the same fix. And our foster care rolls are exploding. And all these kids are going to turn 18 with no place to go, no place to live, no way to go to college. Their lives will come screeching into chaos because people are afraid to adopt non-infant children. They are afraid to adopt children with special needs. So I want you to write a bill. I'll help, and we'll give a lot of tax incentives for people to adopt kids out of foster care when they're older, when they have special needs. We'll get some help. And they did it. They did it. All I had to do was sign the bill. I didn't have a thing to do. And you know what happened? There was an 80% increase in the adoption of kids out of foster care. And she became a senator. She worked with John McCain, Lindsey Graham, all these Republicans, to make sure that veterans from Florida who were in the National Guard or Reserves got the same health care as regular military people did when they came home. To make sure that the veterans of these new wars who have much higher survival rates and therefore are much more likely to be seriously injured and have post-traumatic stress syndrome got the care that they need. She worked and worked and worked at it. After 9/11, she worked in keeping up literally with individual cases of people until their lives were put back together. She became the de facto economic development governor of rural New York until Governor Cuomo, who cares about that stuff, got elected. She worked with small manufacturers, wine growers, farmers. When she ran for re-election, the head of the Farm Bureau endorsed her. The press said to him, I thought you were a Republican. He said, I am. He said, well, why are you going to be for her? He said, look, I've been in a lot of elections. A lot of politicians sound good, but she is the only person who has ever done anything for the small farmers of this state. And I am for her. And look, when she was Secretary of State, she passed this great treaty with Russia to reduce the threat of accidental or intentional nuclear war. Treaties require 67 votes in the Senate. That's a lot of Republicans. She got them. She made agreements that made it harder to attack America from overseas. She passed the Iran Sanctions Act with Russia and China supporting it, so they really bit. She did all these things, always with Democrats and Republican supporters. She just makes good things happen. Now, I think it would be a very big deal if we brought this economy back with a modern infrastructure that included getting all the lead pipes out everywhere. They're not just in Flint, Michigan. Everywhere. It made us the #1 clean energy country in the world. That made us the smart manufacturing capital of the world. That got us back in the top 5 in small business formation. That put in populations left out and left behind, including equal pay for women and paid leave. It would make a difference. I think even more important than her qualifications, even more important than being the first woman president, what matters to you is who will bring more positive change to more Americans more quickly. We have waited long enough for a raise. We have waited long enough to grow together. And I can just tell you, I thought so the first week I met her 45 years ago. I thought so last night when we had our conversation. She is the best change maker I have ever worked with. Now, I don't know if you saw, she and Senator Sanders, I thought, did a good job on CNN last night answering the questions, you know. But I was tickled after all the craziness we've been hearing on the other side. She said, you know, last night she said, I don't really think I'm a natural politician.
I've heard her.
Did you see that?
Yeah.
She said, you know, I like the president and my husband, they love this stuff. She said, I am, however, pretty good at doing the job. And what we need is someone who can do the job, who can get stuff done, who can lift us up together. I'm telling you, we can all rise together now. We can all grow together. But I want you to go out and vote for her tomorrow so we can do it. Thank you.